Hello. Sorry I'm a little late. Or on time, I suppose. Let me just set up.
We're late by 2 seconds.
Mic, though. Testing 1, 2. Mic check.
Yeah.
Alright, we good?
Alright. Is it just going to be the three of us?
Or is there more?
I thought John was joining. I might have misread that. Oh, no, I don't know.
A little bit of time.
Let's start, and if John joins, he can join.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, hi everyone. Welcome to our first staff meeting video podcast, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
I'm Pick, or Pickery. I'm the host of this little show.
And I'm Kai3212, the co-host. And, of course, I am assisting the host.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm MxRiver, and I'm just here to, well, just be a guest, I guess. I don't think I'm assisting much.
You're part of the team. I mean, you actually do quite a lot.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, it's not the 16th, but soon, we release this, it'll be the 15th anniversary of the Animal Crossing movie, also known in Japan, Dobutsu no Mori. And that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Woo!
How many years?
15.
It's been like 15, yeah. Ever since 2006. Like around 2005, I believe. Well, not that much, but when I was like 5 years old, I kind of got into Animal Crossing Wild World until I just forget about it and just, well, I don't know, wait for like a few years. Because like around New Horizons, I managed to get myself New Horizons. And then once I see this movie, I would think to myself, might as well take a shot at it. But yeah, you should thank the Animal Crossing movie for giving me all this hope to play New Horizons, because without it, I'd be way confused throughout the entirety.
Yeah. First off, I got into Animal Crossing. It was this game club I used to live, and like in like this big church area, and they had like tons of games that they have. They have the Wii, PlayStation, 64, and of course the GameCube with Animal Crossing. And I looked at the collection, and they had Animal Crossing with it, which is weird because it's mostly a first-player game, one-player game, and we have like there were tons of people at this game club. And I thought to myself, what is this? And then someone told me that this was one of the best games ever. And I was a little confused until I wanted to use my turn to play the game. And I can see why it was pretty popular. Since then, I've became in love with Animal Crossing. And it wasn't until a few years later where I discovered the movie through some sort of gift where I get like an internet gift where I thought, oh, this is pretty cute. I wonder who made this. And then it turns out that it was the actual movie and not like a fan created this GIF. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. I mean,
90 minutes of an Animal Crossing movie?
I know, right? When I first saw this movie, I was like, holy crap. I would think to myself, how many people in the entirety of the fandom of Animal Crossing would say, there's an Animal Crossing movie? And I would be dying of laughter to see every single one of them go, oh my god.
Yeah. I love to see a genuine reaction.
Yeah. Like, to those who are hardcore Animal Crossing fans, they know the movie exists. Like, if they know the movie exists at all, then, of course, they're truly hardcore. If not, they're just normally fanboys and girls of all ages who love Animal Crossing.
Fans. Yeah. Pick the way you described you finding the game, it sounded very much like the have you heard of the Animal Crossing creepypasta? The one it's called Someone's Been Playing My Animal Crossing File or something like that. You described it exactly like that.
Sounds familiar.
Wait, is this horror short called Don't Peek?
No.
Oh.
It's a written creepypasta.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, because I thought you were talking about the horror short by Julian Terry, Don't Peek, where, like, it's actually scary, and they use Animal Crossing to actually have this almost roughly 7-minute film pop up. And I know for a fact that an Animal Crossing movie based on this is coming soon, which is really cool, not gonna lie.
Yeah. River, how would you got into this movie and the Animal Crossing series?
So I'm a slightly older than you guys, so I had a GameCube, and one of the games on there was Animal Crossing, and it was like at the time there's never been a game like that before, like a simulation game. So it was so intense and interesting, and I met Olivia, one of the characters from there, and from then I was like hooked. I was like, I'm gonna get every single Animal Crossing game. And in terms of the film, I was thinking like, oh, most games they usually have an anime or something or a book,
An adaptation.
Yeah, an adaptation. So I went on the Wikipedia, and then obviously I found the film from there. I think it was like 2006 or something. So pretty much when it came out or something, it was just coincidence I was on the wiki. And yeah, when I watched it, it was just kind of like, it definitely, it's very Animal Crossing, I think. It's not a, Hollywood-esque amazing flick. I think
it's not the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh no, now I'm thinking of a live action adaptation.
Oh yeah, I've been watching it back, so it was not that bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it captures everything that's Animal Crossing. It has all the main characters. It has the right pacing for it. But we were talking about maybe a sequel, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
What do you think we do?
I love that. I want Animal Crossing the movie to have a sequel. I don't care who animated it. I just want it.
The question is, will it be like a direct sequel with I and the rest of the game, or should it be like kind of Persona where like we're introduced to different characters and like.
Oh my god! Maybe the movie would be based on the manga, not the other Japanese mangas, but the other manga by Viz Media. So basically, we all know for a fact that not only there are Animal Crossing movies ever since the first game, but also one of those new mangas that recently came out a few months ago. And to my surprise, when I actually did watch the entire movie, yes, I watched it 30 times, I decided that I would recreate pretty much some scenes that I would love in Animal Crossing the movie. And as of now, like in one of my Animal Crossing movie recreated scenes, I've got about roughly 3,000 views.
Wow.
I'm not joking. In one of my recreated Animal Crossing movie scenes, I think it was the fourth one, I believe I had like roughly 3K views in there. I know it's like a little bit a lot, but people are just going to be like, oh my god, there's an Animal Crossing movie and some dude actually recreated any of the scenes in there. Like, I did my actual best. And to this day, I may or may not be able to recreate most scenes because they might be a little confused on like both the actual movie and the recreated scene itself.
Yeah.
So basically, around that time, I've been watching a lot of Animal Crossing movie reviews, and even though this whole thing kinda is dead, like around a few years and months ago, you know what? Screw it. I might as well throw my hat in the ring and just review it for funsies. Because I want to join too, even though it's dead.
I've seen your work in progress review, and it looks pretty good.
So far, so good. At least it's still a work in progress. I'm just in need of a lot of time, and also I might need to just to avoid a lot of copyright. Nonetheless, I would have to borrow and ask permission for reanimated scenes just to avoid copyright. I'm sorry, I just needed this to avoid copyright. If it's okay with anyone else.
Yeah, I'm sure some people won't mind.
Yeah.
We've seen Silent Drawer, and then
Yeah, and then Joao.
yeah, how you say it?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, I was going to say actually, do you think maybe the Reanimated would help with a little bit of revival for the love of the movie, or do you think it'll just stay?
Anyone can actually make the entirety, the sequel of it, as a new story. Basically go from Wild World and then evolve into New Horizons, where we get Isabel. We would get Isabel for the very first time. But I might, if I ever were to recreate the sequel, it'll all be done in New Horizons, and I need a lot of time to actually plan everything out, even making the trailer of it.
Yeah, I've noticed that today, a lot of people seem to more recognize Isabel or newer villagers, and when they're, I guess, when people introduce this movie, they're like, "Where's Raymond?" or "Where's CJ?" or everyone else. It's actually kind of cool seeing new and old fans coming together to see this movie and seeing a fresh new take on it through animators.
I agree, though. I agree. I've heard that Great Bit Arcade actually saw the movie, and I reacted, and I'm like, okay, they actually recreated a trailer, and basically, I'm watching it right now, but they got half of it right and wrong. They got half of the cast correct, and somehow, Ai's outfit, I believe, is okay. They just messed up on the attire and the outfit, and probably that's pretty much it for most characters and such. But watching it side by side originally, I kind of liked it, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to, work on the attire and such, and basically the whole scenery. The scenery is a bit wrong, but they're only doing the trailer, not the entire movie. Only in some scenes, but heck with it.
Yeah. Let's talk about the dubbers, the English dubbers.
Oh my god, don't get me started on the one and only character that actually went on to voice the Japanese version of Persona 4 originally. And this character, Chie, is from Persona 4. She's actually the same voice actress as the person who voiced Ai in the original Japanese dub. While for you, the character you, not talking about you, Pick. Yeah, I get that one.
Anyone else?
Anyways, the voice actor for you, with a Y in you, is basically he's voiced by the same voice actress who also did Lucina from Fire Emblem. And not gonna lie, they do actually share the same exact first name. Because Yu Kobayashi did voice the Japanese Lucina in both Smash Bros. And throughout the Fire Emblem series. This is pretty okay for me, at least, since, let's face it, I'm not actually into Japanese voice acting. I only like the references and such.
Yeah.
But for the English dub, I believe, or the English fan dub for anyone else, I'd say that one of my favorites has got to be Trina Duhart, because to this day, I recently had a talk with her about all this, and it was actually true, 100% legit. She is actually the voice of Margie, and she actually helped me out a little bit on giving me her voice of Margie to use for her for the video, just for just for reference, because I want to make sure Trina gets recognized almost a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
But I did not know I seriously did not know and all, but she also voiced in some like My Hero Academia comic dubs that she has on her channel, and pretty much Demon Slayer. I was not that fan of a Demon Slayer comic dub, and recently she actually did some voice acting for Matty Burrito, the guy who animated the Pizza Girl delivery animation.
I can't remember. I don't think I know that one, but I have to check it out soon.
Yeah, you might want to look up that video, but yeah. And overall, in the Dobutsu no Mori movie, like the whole gist of it, since it was released around December 16th, which is coming in 6 days, or 6 days.
Yeah, 6 days.
Yeah, I've heard that most Japanese TV networks actually broadcasted this entire movie for pretty much the release of New Horizons.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's cute.
I tried looking for that video for ages, ever since it came out. Like, I don't know which Japanese TV network it was, nor pretty much which channel has it. I'm still looking to this day just to find proof that it still exists. And by now in Japan, most Animal Crossing Japanese lovers, Japanese Animal Crossing lovers are like, wow, I did not know we did make a movie to this day. And
So
then they had, like,
yeah. No, I was just going to say, so they have abandoned it. Well, they remembered it anyway.
Yeah, Nintendo actually did.
River, who is your favorite voice actor? I think you did a vote on the official awards.
Yeah, who did I say? Did I say the voice actor for Whitney or Margie? I don't recall what their names are, but honestly, I find that normally I usually really hate dubs, but honestly, for the Animal Crossing movie, I feel like the dubs added more character to the voices, if you know what I'm saying. It might just be, I just
put a lot of heart and soul into the characters so much.
Yeah, you can tell they're passionate about the characters they're voicing, and it makes it like much more entertaining to watch, I think. Also,
they did a good job at it.
Yeah, Kai, I watched I was starting to watch that abridged of the Dobutsu no Mori, and at first I was like, is this just a film again? But it wasn't. It's so good.
The abridged version is like a golden ticket to another world. Basically, the abridged version is really okay. They did get some new voice actors for it, and hopefully one day, if Rolling Nolan ever hears me about this or ever gets to hire me for voice acting stuff, I would die to do the voice of Wendell. I could do a pretty good Wendell voice.
Go on.
Yeah,
I can't do any other voice from the movies, but maybe Wendell might help me out. And I'm going to say this to Rolling Nolan, if he's ever listening to this. Dear Rolling Nolan, please cast me as Wendell. I would love to do it. I am an Animal Crossing movie-loving aficionado, head honcho-loving dude. I love the movie, please.
You're going to have to show him what you got, though.
Yeah.
Let's hear the impression.
Yeah.
Figures. Oh my god. This movie by now is it has a small cult following, as it has a small fan base among them that do have everything in it, like in the movie at least. Because in Animal Crossing the movie, it's not just about the movie itself, it's the heart and soul of it all. Like, I know it got abandoned a lot, but tell me, Pick. Tell me.
Yes.
Okay, tell me this. What if Animal Crossing gets actually revived mysteriously somehow in 2023? Because I know animation takes a very long time.
Yes. That's a good question. So, it's no secret that Nintendo is trying to push Animal Crossing to its limits. Recently, we got Happy Home Paradise, and other updates as well. But I kind of fear that any other media will probably take a little bit longer, because it's kind of, I don't know, like they're doing a Super Mario Brothers movie, and Mario's been around for a long time, so everyone knows the plot. Like everyone knows, like he's the plumber that saves the Mushroom Kingdom and has to rescue the princess. Animal Crossing is a little bit more different, where like it doesn't have a story in the mainline games, except for the movie and manga. And I'm actually surprised that they actually made a story to begin with. So if we're expecting any Animal Crossing movie or TV show, it's probably going to take like more energy than creating probably the main games itself, because you're working with like writers and something that like doesn't want to stretch out too far from Animal Crossing the feel to it. And I guess that's why the movie was like it was the right time to make the Animal Crossing movie, since it was also to promote Wild World and City Folk as well.
Wild World changed our lives if we ever played its sequels and so on. Even a spin-off Amiibo Festival was like okay to me. I'm sorry that y'all hate Amiibo Festival more than anyone else.
No, I liked it too.
I mean, I actually got all the costumes.
Yeah, I did grow up with Skylanders, so this looks similar to me. Okay, I love playing Toys to Life games, like Toys to Life genre games. I do love them a lot. It's that most of the time it gets really repetitive, it gets really annoying, and a lot serious when it comes to talking about it. Because in my opinion, though, all I gotta say for Amiibo Festival, it actually changes a person. Basically, the movie actually did an impact in my life. I put my heart and soul to actually recreate the entirety.
Yeah.
Heck, I even see every time I look up creepypasta, I would always hear the instrumental version from the movie that people would love to sing, and that makes me wonder if they actually did watch the movie and took the instrumental version from that movie and sung it and made their own cover for that and sang it.
Yeah. Especially when you hear the instrumental version from Totaka, that one direct. Does anyone remember that?
Ooh, that barely made me react to it. Yeah.
You know, the giant with that KK mascot with like a cartoon head and like the realistic body.
Oh my god! Yes,
that was a weird direct, and even Harvey, whoever played him, I think maybe was the director of Animal Crossing. I forgot.
Yeah, I barely forgot. I'm still
That's something
thinking.
we want you forgot.
Yeah, they want us to forget about it.
I miss those directs.
So what else do we want to talk about?
The merchandise.
Oh yeah, don't get me
started
on that. Imagine if Nintendo actually revived this right now, just right now, so bad.
Yeah.
Imagine if they actually did bring it over to the Nintendo store, and then people who love Animal Crossing are gonna freaking love the movie version of it. Like, there even exists from calendars to plushies to toys to even freaking sticker sheets.
Oh, you said sticker sheet. You're breaking up a little bit.
A lot. Like, I would love to buy those stickers, but they're on eBay, and I don't use eBay a lot. So, I really want one of those. They're like really, really rare than you think.
How much?
The thing is,
Oh, were you gonna say something, River?
Imagine
No,
it
I
costs
was
like
gonna s-
$2 for a bunch of sticker sheets on eBay.
no, I was going to say they absolutely could garner more interest in it if they just put it on the store. You're not wrong. Or like re-release the DVD for the movie alongside the merchandise. Just see what happens. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can also like recreate the stickers at home if you have like a
A
more
way
high
to
definition.
actually make them. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
It's possible to recreate those stickers, but usually I prefer the official ones. But yeah, what else is new?
I'm
Oh
trying to
yeah,
search up.
I tried talking to Evil Imp, the actual Evil Imp, the king of Animal Crossing filmmaking. I'm not joking. Just look up Evil Imp. He
Yep.
makes
No, I agree.
awesome. Yeah, I tried talking to the Evil Imp about this movie. He says that it's okay at least, but I'm pretty much sure he might add some references at this time of day. But what are you guys' thoughts if what would your thoughts be if any of the like movie characters, for example, Margie, Rosie, even Alfonso, would basically remember I and you in the Animal Crossing movie reboot?
That's a good question.
Do you mean reboot as in re-releasing the same film but redone, or what do you mean by reboot?
Maybe like a 3D version,
Oh,
like what they did with the first Pokemon movie.
oh yeah.
True.
Okay, so like alternate timeline sort of thing.
I'll say that's interesting to see. Like, I know there's been a fan-made 3D model of I. I think someone that name escapes me. CJ something, CJ Thornton. But yeah, we get like an Animal Crossing reboot. I definitely want to be in 3D. I think all the characters should is in it, even the lesser ones.
I've been seeing a lot of those Animal Crossing movie videos, but none of them could ever match the reviews, the actual reviews of it all. Like, I've tried to look for many of these reviews that stood out to me. For example, like the very first Animal Crossing review I mentioned, like I actually watched was Connor the Waffles. Like, without him, I barely wouldn't even know that this movie actually exists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even
like,
use a
imagine
lot of
if
different
Connor
things.
the Waffle actually sees this after he would think, oh boy, I finally finished the Animal Crossing movie, and someone that bursts out a wall in his head, in my head canon, they'll like that someone that bursts through the wall, he'll be all like, all scared, and the guy that burst in the wall, he'd be like, are you sure about that? I better be sure that this movie does exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, since it did exist, hell yeah, I'm all over it. And I prefer the English dub over Japanese dub because I'm a lot picky on picking out Japanese dubbed movies, like anime at least. But with subs, it's fine enough. But without subs, meh.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person.
So
What?
I'm looking at some other merchandise that I probably sent to you guys. Probably there's the DVD, the stickers, figures. But there's also a board game and even candy.
And they were the official ones, not the fan made ones, right?
I'm looking at the wiki if it's true, and it looks to be official. I mean, it has like Celeste and Brewster.
It better be official. I really, dear Nintendo, please revive the Animal Crossing movie. Like, at least revive the entirety of that 2006 movie.
Yeah, we get all this merchandise again.
Maybe Nintendo might, they might rebrand it and repurpose it all and such. Even looking at their official promo art and all that, I do wish.
I think once this Reanimated is released, I think Nintendo might do a couple things. Two things. One, we could either get a cease and desist, which is the worst case scenario, or two, this will actually open up Nintendo's eyes, thinking, "Oh wow, there are people who actually enjoy this old movie that we forgot. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should bring it back."
I'm just hoping Nintendo does not DMCA us so bad. I love seeing a meme where I already made this meme, and you probably might know when Nintendo. They're gonna be hunting down anything that smells copyright infringement, and then we're trying to enjoy ourselves that this movie isn't copyright infringement, but Nintendo thinks, oh, it is. And I am so gonna be sad if it ever gets taken down.
Well, there are most animated still on YouTube, so, and I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, the only ones I've seen taken down are ones that have lots of clips of the actual showing, so they didn't get enough people to reanimate. But I think...
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are the only ones that they had to upload it onto Vimeo or Newgrounds or something instead. Over the Garden Wall got taken down because of that.
Whatever we do, we have to upload this on Newgrounds after the movie, after it's on YouTube.
I don't want to deal with their ratings.
I not gonna lie though, I do love it though. The entirety of the movie. I don't want to spam a lot saying that I love this movie. I'm not going on an official hate train on this, but while seeing most of the scenes, even the favorite ones where the Able Sisters' voice is actually either Scottish or pretty much how they say it in the UK. I know I'm not a UK person, but I am a American. But yeah, let's talk about the voices a lot. I think we're missing out on that too much.
Yeah. I do have something to say about the dub. I will say they put a lot of heart into it, but I don't think they've polished it enough. For example, there's a few parts where Ai is screaming from the bug, and in the museum, they're kind of short screams or cut off screams. And there's another dub that I've watched that uses an echo effect for Ai's when she screams. I thought that was a pretty good finishing touch. I don't know why they didn't add that as well, any echo effect or something like that.
Yeah, I prefer the original version, not the other one that people seem to also think about. But yeah, I had my family members who love watching the Animal Crossing movie, and they did actually watch the movie around the time I was 10 years old. When I got too much into Animal Crossing, at that time, I did not know my cousins actually watched the Animal Crossing before I did.
Oh.
But as for voices, I believe, talking about voices, the voices I love the most are, you're going to hate me for this, but I have a list. I can't name them all exactly, but you're getting a half list. So we all know Rosie, and Margie, even Alfonso and you, and then KK Slider, voiced by Anthony Gatto, the Anthony Gatto who did the normal voice, not the singing voice. That's different. And then Tom Nook, Rossetti, Tortimer, Pally Phyllis, Apollo, and possibly John Bob Walker, who did the voice of the Able Sisters, and pretty much Whitney, because she's voiced by Jinye. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but yeah, Whitney, and lastly, Celeste. Hers was like softer and a lot better than like almost better than Eyes and Margie's, which is Trina Duhart's.
Mm-hmm.
I was a bit confused as to why they gave them, the British accent TM.
I think Animal Crossing is kind of like this village type game where like
it sounds a lot Scottish. They sound a bit Scottish than usual. Like most characters like them, they have less lines, which is pretty easier since they don't have a lot of screen time. For example, Red only showed up in the summer festival, and that's pretty much it. We never saw him again.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad seeing most other characters didn't get any more screen time than that. For example, Lyle, Timmy, and Tommy. Well, kind of, sort of, at least. And also Pete, who has only at least one line throughout the entire movie.
Oh, right, the pelican.
The pelican named Pete.
Yeah.
Yes. Almost like 1 to 2 lines, and I cannot say enough. I want him to have more screen time than any other character. Even Pascal. We only see
all characters have enough screen time, really.
Yeah. I think they tried to cram too much in, but then ended up spreading it too thin with everybody. But that leads me on to thinking, like, what do you guys think could be an improvement for the storyline?
I don't know. Add more characters. Add more screen time to them.
I think an improvement would be like maybe have the movie takes beyond the village. Like, we know in the original Animal Crossing that there's an island you can go to which has more villages than we know from our mainland. Or maybe a city from City Folk.
I was thinking that'd be pretty good.
Harriet, Dr. Shrunk, like all those guys. Yeah, I feel like the movie is a little bit contained within like this small town, and that's not a bad thing. But I do like today at Animal Crossing, we can go all over the place. We can go to islands, cities, the desert, the glaciers, everywhere else.
Yeah, no, that'd be quite cool to make a little, even if it's not a sequel or something, just a little episode of the characters going to the city or going on a plane somewhere. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, go on.
I was going to say, like, characters going everywhere in the world.
Yeah, and and for the animation, it's spot on because it gave us a lot of memories to other animes back in that kind of style. Like, OLM Incorporated, before they started working on I think the Diamond and Pearl era of Pokemon, the animated series, I kind of like that a lot. It gives me a lot of those kinds of vibes. And pretty much they're probably the same people that did Pokemon throughout like the animated series to this day. You know, the anime where Ash Ketchum loses every single Pokemon league. That's jaw-dropping though. Yeah. I'm sad for that guy. But a little bit off topic though, and towards the animation, when it's actually spot on and it looks super nostalgic, at least to say the least, I really want to say that this whole entire movie is basically a love letter to the Animal Crossing franchise. Even in its anniversary era, or pretty much the first ever Animal Crossing game that got released in its anniversary, people would seem to know more about the game than the movie itself. But that's in my opinion.
Yeah, there is definitely there's definitely more promotional going on in Japan that we have got in the US. I know that at the Nintendo stores in Japan, there's like silverware and like for your kitchen.
Yeah.
Maybe what else? Like a statue in Nintendo store, which we don't have here. So I think there needs to be a cultural thing where we should bring over more of this like promotional or merch stuff, or even other like medias to make it a better like game to be appreciated by new fans and veteran of the series.
Yeah.
We can't fill our homes with Animal Crossing stuff.
Imagine using the Wayback Machine to go to Dobutsu no movie/movie.jp, like using the Wayback Machine and see how the website was back then. I would love to see it.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, guys.
I'll go on.
Okay, sorry. I was going to say something about the movie. The alien part. What was that about?
Oh.
It just felt like it wasn't necessary at all.
So,
and then it just...
The alien part of the entire movie is like... it was all right, at least, because it did bring us... it actually did bring us Gulliver, the one and only sequel. And Gulliver's like okay in my book, because I first saw him as like pretty much a pirate, but now he's transferred over from pirate to to pretty much I want to say
Neil Armstrong,
the UFO alien ship dude, the astronaut, and then he goes back to sailor. It's like.
I didn't like my sailor job, so I mean my space job. So I'm gonna go back to being a sailor on the seas.
Yeah, it was just
sailor to spaceman to sailor again. It's like tell the timeline all over again.
And that is something that happens in Wild World, I believe, where like I guess I don't think I got to that part yet, or I never seen it, but I think like at some point like a spaceship's crashed and you meet Gulliver. It's like, oh, I have to go back to my planet or something, and then you do this stuff where I'm like, thank you.
Use your slingshot, don't you, to knock it down? I think you can do it in the GameCube one as well.
I see.
Hey guys,
and then it crashes.
Hey
so
guys,
you're crashing him.
While I'm looking up Animal Crossing, I've just heard that Animal Crossing New Horizons just got Aqua Beats now. Imagine making Animal Crossing themed characters based on the movie, not from New Horizons, but from the movie. Imagine making those entirely, and I would love to recreate those in pixel art, but I have no idea. Like, I really want one of those to make the entire movie. Well, not movie, but to make the entire Animal Crossing movie characters itself.
Yeah. One thing something I actually noticed in the movie, but so in Animal Crossing games, animals only wear like tops, like only shirts, like they don't wear bottoms. And for some reason, in the beach scene, Rosie wears both a top and bottom. For some reason, like I don't know, like maybe that's just like a design choice. Pants. Well, most animals don't have pants, but I don't know. It's just something I've noticed because like we know animals in the game that don't wear any pants or any undergarments or something like that. I don't know. I just find that.
Yeah, Alfonso was wearing a onesie with you, wasn't he? You often matched with him as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He wore complete outfits.
Yeah, matching outfits. So let's talk about the Reanimated that we're doing right now. We have over 100 people playing scenes, and one of
I'm proud of that.
Yeah, I know.
No, you should be proud. It's great.
I know it's honestly it's quite amazing that we were able to make it this far, even before our 1-year development anniversary, which will be coming in March, which is also my birthday.
Happy early birthday!
Thank you. And I'm also very fortunate to get in contact with all these amazing animators.
Yeah, they did an absolute good job animating the entirety of the movie. It's like the Sonic Reanimated movie, or not Reanimated movie, but the Reanimated episode, the collab of it all. It's that all over again. It feels like I'm actually being a part of all the adventure. Even though I'm not getting credited a lot, even though if I were to get credited and try my best to apply and help join, it doesn't matter. What matters is having all the fun I can get, and being in that fun and adventure with anyone else in that makes me a part of their history. It's like being on the background of the entire history of anything you can think of. From video games to even movies, like how they made it, and and the chances are you might get a small mention, regardless if it's too tiny or not.
Oh my god, I want us to have a mention on the Wikipedia. We're done.
Actually, me too.
Oh my god, that'll be amazing. a small team of Animal Crossing enthusiasts recreate the entire movie. I want to see that on the Wikipedia page. Yeah,
no, definitely.
Yeah. And if I'm going to be honest, I was actually a little bit kind of nervous because I've actually loved like creating stuff and like making stuff with my hands, like whether it be something I do right now in ZBrush or studying something in like the Maya, and I've always wanted to see other people create stuff as well. And I had ideas for a Reanimated like project. Like I talked about this a long ago, but I wanted to do a Reanimated for an old Christmas or New Year's special from like Russia, and that stuck with me for a while now. I wasn't sure if that was like well known, or at least like a fan base. Like it doesn't have like at least like a following of some sort, like, or
anyone, like, other than the Animal Crossing movie, because that had a small cult following to this day, and we're in one of them, I assume. There are other people out there, but if they ever listen to this podcast, I would say that they might take all the time in the world to think about the movie before joining us, at least for the time being. Because chances are they might forget about it, or
we're doing the full movie. Like we're not just doing like a small snippet of it. Like, and I thought about this for a while now, and because what I see, well, mostly what I see is like I see like a what was that Reanimated I saw earlier? I can't think of it, but it's basically like kind of like half of it. I want to go like full on the full movie and see how this goes. And I think it's people start to like it. Like many people have, maybe they'll like the summer scenes or the winter scenes.
However, it's only in 2 separate parts because it takes like an age. It takes about almost ages to actually finish the entirety. But if we have enough animators and a lot of like inspirational help, and we might help them out a lot at some point, chances are it might be out quicker. Like maybe the goal is to get it done by around next year, I assume, if anyone else has time. It's all about the time and the inspiration to actually work on this. And I could say that once the year passes by, once 2022 hits, chances are I will see the entirety of Animal Crossing, and my goal is to show everyone in the Animal Crossing community that this movie does exist, and they can choose whether they like it or not. And I don't mean that they have to. I just wanted to show them and have their thoughts come out and go, okay, I might watch it. I might sit down and watch the movie, or basically not watch it and forget about it at all until the time comes that, oh, there does exist an Animal Crossing movie. I just forgot about it. But even meeting voice actors that were involved in this year-long movie project that Silhouette Productions did, I was actually impressed at their work. I'm not mad or anything. I just want to see how it actually fares out. Heck, even this one YouTuber named PBG on his second channel, Peeves, actually almost talked about the Animal Crossing movie in his manga
Peanut Butter Gamer
video.
Yeah, Peanut Butter Gamer. He read the manga and he showed off a few images.
He did watch the Animal Crossing movie at his time, or pretty much in his free time, I suppose. If anyone has contact with him, we might be able to, I don't know, we might tell him more about the movie itself and, get some facts. Heck, if he ever makes the Animal Crossing anime movie review, chances are we might be the ones to help him out and such. Give him all the facts and details and basically work on what you expect of a Animal Crossing movie review or any other movie review that we
could probably get in contact with him if we can.
I wish, but we have a lot of work to do on our own ends. It's only a matter of time until we get to do the chance. So even though we are taking kind of a break for now, it's still going to keep us going to this day. We still have a lot of work.
Always working on something.
Work on this entire project. Yeah. Because I would think that this might be a college project for me or anyone else, but I'd say it is my lifelong project I would intend on helping out. Mm-hmm. All because of the fandom that is in the iceberg of it all. On top of the iceberg, you have the usual New Horizons stuff and all the New Leaf. And then at almost to the second way bottom of the iceberg, you get yourself the Animal Crossing movie. And then at the very bottom of it are the worst Animal Crossing games and media that people seem to forget and hate.
Yeah.
And I do not want the movie to be at the very end of the iceberg.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. John, wish you could join us, but looks like you can't. But we wish you luck wherever you are.
True. Yeah. True. Almost close to the end of the podcast, but it was actually fun talking about it so much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guys, have you guys heard of the Saber Spark and the Joshua Return of the Promised Land?
Make that review.
He's doing a movie. You've seen it's coming out at the end of December. They've recreated the whole movie, and it's only taken a year and a bit.
Wait a minute.
So it's just a case.
Is he actually reviewing Joshua the movie? Like
No. He made his own Reanimated for Joshua and the Promised Land, which is just like a meme on his channel. Okay. This really bad movie. Yeah, and he got it done in a year. Yeah. So I think it's possible to do this.
Imagine if like actually reviewed the movie, the Animal Crossing movie. Imagine.
Maybe we should tweet him. Maybe we'll.
Oh yeah, who dares tweet him that there's an Animal Crossing movie that he would love to review?
Yeah.
We'll just spam him.
Yeah.
I don't think we don't want to bother him too much. He has a lot of stuff on them, so it's best if we just wait for the right time. Like once he's done with one other thing, he might be active on Twitter, and then we might tell him all that. But hey, like I said, we have a lot of stuff to do, and it's only a matter of time before anyone else tries to, at least. So I got my end of the bargain, and he's got his end on the bargain, which means that, I don't know about this, but which means we might have a chance at taking a stab at the Animal Crossing iceberg, where we just expose everything that's basically from the Animal Crossing movie.
Okay, so we're running out a little bit of time, but let me just say, let me ask you guys a question. Who is your favorite animator that you've seen do a scene, and which animator who has not do a scene, but you love to do, like anyone on the internet?
I basically like Joao's scene where Ai-chan meets Rosie. That's my favorite of all.
Oh yeah, me too.
Throughout the Reanimated, but the animator I really want someone to do, like the animator I want to see that would love to do the Animal Crossing Reanimated scene, like any of the Reanimated scenes. I would love for, well, I would take my pick. I have a lot of them to talk about, but I would love to see, well, crap, I lost my train of thought and I couldn't think of one.
Pringus, whatever his name.
Yes, I got it. Pringus Dingus, I want him to do that. Yes, you read my mind, Keith. Thank you.
You said that a couple times before.
Yeah, I would love
and you
to see
even asked me to email him, which I haven't got back to him, but you know what? Maybe after this podcast, I will email him once again.
Yes.
Or maybe he's listening to this, and we can do a shout out.
Yeah, Pringus McDingus, shout outs to you, buddy. But please help us out on the Reanimated project. It would be an honor to have you join us and help us out. Yeah. At least we needed your help, man. We need you to.
You appeared in most Reanimateds I'd seen.
Even the Sonic Reanimated collab and the Zups Reanimated.
Mm-hmm.
I would
River,
love.
Who do you think your favorite animator and favorite animator to come on board?
So there's an animator who I've been watching recently who only makes Animal Crossing animations, and her name's Domomo on YouTube.
Oh, I remember Domomo.
I shared one, didn't I?
She's a Korean, I think.
Yes.
If we,
I think her style is so cute.
Yeah, her animation is really cute.
We might have a chance and just say that she might join us. Even
I did email her as well. I'm getting a lot of responses from these animators. I'm not sure if they're not sure if it's like spam or they're ignoring us, but I mean, you never know, really. But if they get a chance to see this or see our project, then it'd be nice. Just like my favorite animator that I want to come on board is Temmie Chang, and she's a pretty big one. If that name rings a bell, she does art for Undertale, Deltarune, even her own little projects. And that's actually the big, even saying her name just makes me all nervous because you never know what anyone's gonna say. And she actually did recently an Animal Crossing animation. It's short, but it was very cute, and I really loved it. And to think about it, Animal Crossing and Undertale might have something in common, of characters that speak in a weird what do you call it, tone. Like that meme of Isabella and Sans doing a podcast.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
That stuff is by far funny and all, but I kind of like the part where I like how they actually interacted with each other.
Yes. That's very cute. So we're almost done. There's an announcement I want to say. Before that, any final thoughts? Make it quick.
Okay, little final thought about this podcast overall. It seems like anyone listening could definitely, if they wanted to know what it is about, well, then basically the whole gist about it all is from, the entire lore, or better yet, the entire plot of the first Animal Crossing game and beyond. From the first one to New Horizons, basically moving in and living your life out. It doesn't have to be carefree or anything. You do whatever you want there.
Ever?
No, all I'll say is I hope it was an enjoyable listen, and that's it.
So before we sign off, the announcement we have to make is pretty special because it's going to be released on the 16th. But we actually got someone to do a credit music for the videos, and that person is Noteblock. Yeah, the real Noteblock. I'm not kidding. We got in contact with him, and he said, "Sure, we will be able to do it." And the best part is, we're also looking for someone, or anyone. We got a couple in mind, but we also want to hear from you guys. Your chance to be in a song, because we're going to create 2 songs. We're going to recreate a remix of KK Bossa. Then the second one is going to be an original song with lyrics that anyone can sing to. We have a couple singers in mind, like I said. One of them is the voice of Margie. But we also want to have anyone of you guys take a crack at it, and it's kind of like auditions. We'll do the same thing as the email thing, and it'll be the deadline will be probably like next year around like probably a whole year really, because I don't know. I explained about more in a post that's also going to be posted at the same time. But the person who we think will have the person with the best voice from our jury voting will be able to sing in the credits, and everyone else will also be in a honorable mentions video where we'll put a collection of singers into one song singing the same song, and we can listen to each one and see which one we like or you like. How's that
Agreed,
sound?
then. We can't wait to hear any of you guys' voices and songs, like vocals at least, and all the above. We can't wait to hear them so much from you guys. And let's hope that 2022 would be the best year to actually be a part of this whole project.
Yes, and if you want, you can even do different dubs, like a Spanish, Japanese, French dubs. That'll be perfect. I mean, we're currently writing the lyrics to the song, and we're hoping that someone with a talent of vocal singing might join in and be part of our amazing dream project.
This is going to be a reality for us all, and it's like making our very own giant cherry pie that everyone eats. Baking this cherry pie as our talent, as our own, is a huge dream and a love letter to the fandom of all Animal Crossing fans. I want to say this one last time. I hope you guys enjoy being a part and helping out on this project lately. We've been getting so much love, and hope for the best that we might release part 1 a little earlier than usual. Because part 2 may take a while, but hopefully part 1 will be released almost in time for next year.
Yes, most people probably know part 1 more than part 2 since, well, I guess that's kind of like summer and spring.
But if the more animators we have, the better chances we might release this very early.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your friends again, and we'll get in touch with other amazing animators and see if they want to join as well.
We'll always be active and ready for anyone who's willing to join. And hopefully, hope for the best, you guys, that you share this podcast with your friends and hope for the best.
Maybe we'll make another one in the future. Who knows? Maybe like
But we're still thinking on it. But for now, all we can say is that we hope you enjoy your very own talent, which is your cherry pie. Not baking your cherry pie, but still, hopefully don't forget about your talent. As Margie would always say, I believe that making cherry pie is also a talent. That's why there's like cherry pies. You have to keep using them or else they'll be forgotten. Remember, animation takes time. Keep using animation and you won't forget about it at all.
Yeah. Especially when you have friends.
But anyways, that's going to be all. I hope you enjoy this podcast with me and Peak.
Yes.
I want to give a huge shout out to all the animators that we've mentioned, and mostly Peak, who is the head honcho and the huge, awesome host 100%. That we've met.
Thank you.
And
thanks to River for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice chatting you guys again. Last time it was a draw pile and
that was fun.
Doing the draw pile is like pretty much fun. Imagine if we actually do Gartic Phone and did an Animal Crossing animation of our own.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that. But for now,
maybe.
We may or may not do a Gartic Phone. It depends. But anyways,
Thank you guys so much for listening to us. Thank you for sharing this with friends, and thank you for being an amazing villager.
And we hope to see you soon on the Animal Crossing Reanimated project on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, guys, that is all. I'm Kai Kai, and that's Peak. And
I'm Pick. You always say Peak. It's Pick.
I'm so
P-I-K.
sorry. I messed up on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, Pick. Anyways, we'll see you guys, everyone, next time. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
See you later, guys.
Bye.